Hi, my name is Drayton Michaels, and I was nominated for the Transparency in Dog Training video by the fabulous Claudia Estanislau. And this was started by Donaldson, one of my mentors and the head of the Academy for Dog Trainers, which is a fabulous course. The first question that is posed is what happens to the dog when they get a behavior right? Well, that's a great question, and people should ask it more often. I use food all the time for various things, access to stuff dogs like, especially scent, or getting to meet another dog or a person after they do a sit or a wait. And also, what I like to do on leash primarily is use scent as my motivator and as my reward to get the dog to do things that I would like them to do, and obviously things that they would like them to do. I ascribe by the 4 R's theory, which is reassure, reward, redirect, or remove. So within one of those paradigms, you can usually increase and decrease behaviors and not stress the dog out. So that's my take on what happens when the dog gets it right, whether they offer it or whether I ask for it. Okay. Silas, drop it. Good boy. Wait. So I'm going to show you right now in real time with this ball how I can do that. Stay. Okay. Good boy. So, you see in real time if I need Silas to drop the ball and to leave it and to stay, that he will, and he'll do it for that ball. So there you go. Let's see now. The next question is, what exactly happens when the dog gets it wrong? Well, it's interesting because, I don't really think dogs get it wrong. That implies some sort of moral imperative, and, humans really make mistakes in the training. Olfactory viscera really distracts dogs, and that's one of the things that people have to understand is that dogs are taking in all the stimuli at once, and it's very intense, and a lot of times they just can't focus. So that's where we come in. Humans have to modulate that, and humans have to modulate the reinforcement, because whether you like it or not, reinforcement is happening all the time, not just when you modulate it or implement it. And if the dog does something that perhaps I don't want them to do, such as jump up on a counter, well, first thing is I'm going to say, too bad, and I'm going to gently remove the dog from that room, probably close a gate or bring the dog somewhere where they don't have access. It might start with a 10 or a 20-second, maybe even a 30-second timeout, and then I'll let the dog back in, and, I'll see if the dog will leave it, and maybe, it's my fault because the counter is really attractive, there's food up there, there's something that the dog wants, so I take care of the environment and make sure that I'm doing my job as a dog trainer and as a dog guardian. The other thing is that, I lower criteria, and I use prompting, and I use cues, I use clear communication so that the dog has a better idea of what I need so that they don't mess up. Silas, drop it. Good boy, leave it. So again, I know Silas is over here, and he's really going to town on this ball, and this ball, I don't want it to be destroyed, but I want him to chew on it. So as I'm talking to you guys, I'm monitoring my dog and I'm making sure that he doesn't destroy this ball. I've taught him to leave it. So when I ask him to stop chewing it with a drop it and then leave it, boom, there you go. And then I can give him back the ball. Alrighty. Now, next question, what's that going to be? Are there any less... Silas, drop it. Leave it. All the way. Good boy. Down. Down. Stay. So the question here is, are there any less invasive alternatives to what is proposed? Indeed, there's always a less invasive way to achieve behavior. What humans need to do is they need to implement lots of luring and prompting and shape behaviors, then there's less need for tactile interactions. However, it should be noted that, we're best served by learning to have some sort of subtle, nuanced, efficient, and respectful handling of dogs, especially in play or on leash, where there may be a moment where we need to hold the dog or pull the dog away. And, if you're going to grab a dog's collar or harness or even by the hind legs, you want to orchestrate those movements when it's a hectic environment in a way where the dog feels safe and the dog isn't being, stressed out by that. And that's a big thing that people need to learn, because it isn't that we shouldn't touch dogs or that we shouldn't handle them. We should do it respectfully, and we should do it in a way where not only do they like it, but they may even love it. They may even appreciate it. So it's something that people need to work on more. I'm a big fan of hands-off training, but people do need to learn how to handle their dogs in a respectful way. So, that's my take on this, and I hope other people will make videos, and I'm going to take this time right now to nominate the following trainers for the Transparency Challenge. And you have 48 hours to accept this challenge. Kelly Shook-Cottrell, Michael Baugh, and Emily Douglas, And I would like to make an honorary nomination to the fabulous Nicole Wilde. And if you guys could do that and get this ripple effect going even farther and even wider, we'll see a change in culture. All right, take care of yourselves.